Oh my god, it's another episode of Mistresses of Mayhem.
Huzzah!
That was easily the worst intro I could.
Yeah, it was very like if we were like a multi-level marketing company for makeup, that's how we would introduce ourselves.
I'm like a two-faced female.
Yes.
Not Urban Decay, but two-faced.
We're selling lip sense here now.
Buy our 3D fiber mascara.
We're all knees deep in a pyramid scheme.
It's like you're just talking gibberish. Isn't Two-Face the Batman villain?
Yes and yes. Well, anyway, welcome to whatever this episode of Mistresses of Mayhem is going to be, because it could be a lot of things at this point.
It's going to be literally every single thing we can think of, and we're just going to make goose noises.
Yeah, the goose noises are coming, you guys.
Perfect.
So obviously we're going to be discussing the most recent Scare Zone announcement of Revenge of Chucky and Killer Klowns from Outer Space, as well as...
we got to do some kind of introduction of anything.
Whoops.
Just give our names. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I am nameless. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
okay,
I was going to get
whatever.
there.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. I thought we were just jumping straight into the content, and I had something I wanted to say.
No, it's okay. I was gonna get there. I was just giving everyone like the agenda for the evening.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yes.
We don't matter as much as the content.
That's true.
The point of us making a podcast about it.
No, I meant it very literally. That was not like a sad thing. That was like, yes, I was just acknowledging the truth.
Oh, I thought you were just being sarcastic because you're a horrible person and I hate you.
Well, that's also very plausible.
Scare Zones, Dead Exposure Backstories, who even knows? I'm Randy. These are my co-hosts.
I'm Connie. These are my co-hosts.
I'm Darcy. They're not my co-hosts.
And I'm Melody, the only dog on the panel.
Amazing.
Bork, bork. Bork, nice.
Hashtag not my co-hosts.
That is so rude.
Isn't that terrible?
I thought we were co-hosts, Darcy. I thought it was real.
It's all real in your head.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Oh, man. Okay, so now that we've all introduced ourselves, and again, we really should have cooked something better up for our intro, but it's okay.
Listen, mine was hilarious. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it was quite good.
Well, I mean, we're missing Shelby, so our general talent has gone down about 45%. That's like the talent across the average, all of us.
Listen here, goddammit. Fuck you. You know what?
Anytime Melody goes, listen here on the show, I just get so worried.
So to say something obscene?
Yes.
Not obscene, just spicy in a general sense.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really sure tell sign that I'm about to say something that I shouldn't.
Like, anytime I just hear, listen here, I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
Like, things that I shouldn't say, like that I am a talented, valuable individual, and I will not be compared to my more talented friends.
Okay, so Melody, before we go into any HHN thing, I just want to even this out. On the scale, you are very talented, but I am the exact antithesis of your talent. So anytime you and I are on anything together, we cancel each other out completely.
Oh, that makes sense. You're so bad that it makes me bad.
That's right.
Perfect. Okay, that makes
we
sense.
Are nothing.
Yeah,
zero.
Well, combined, we are nothing. That's beautiful.
What are we?
Huh? No, you guys are very talented.
Here,
you guys are fine. Connie and I just have a longer history and therefore negate each other.
Fair enough. Before we shit on each other anymore.
Wait, I will not stop. Randy, I'm going to call you out real quick.
Ready. Roast me.
You're beautiful. You're talented. You look like a model.
You could walk into Horror Nights in a diaper.
And Mike Aiello would be like, Randy, your smile is beautiful.
Okay, I was not ready for that. Thank you. I am also from LA, so take that, Valentina.
Whoa, we're coming for Valentina now on this
Who
podcast.
isn't coming for Valentina?
We have not said anything about Halloween Horror Nights yet.
At all.
I'd like to keep it on, please.
Us not talking about HHN. Are we wearing the mask of another podcast right now?
We become another basic Drag Race recap podcast.
Oh my gosh, yes. Let's talk about the finale. Do you think the reveals were too basic?
Did I think there were too many of them? Yes. Did I think they were too basic? Maybe Eureka's.
Yeah.
Although this is the only Drag Race lip sync I've ever seen with literal corpses in it.
So, that was the death drop of the night, let me tell you.
I look pretty good for a dead
but in a
bitch.
way she did not think she would.
The question
Yeah.
still stands, though. Where the hell did Aquaria hide the confetti cannon?
Literally in her butthole. I think we all know this.
Oh my goodness. Technical difficulties are plaguing us.
I guess they
get
really
into content.
They really hated that joke.
Death drop.
Okay, well, she's back. Where'd Connie go?
This is fun.
Darcy?
I want to fill this dead silence so bad, but I don't know how.
Me too. I think we're just waiting for people to come
I
back.
think we are.
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Connie's
What?
power went out.
Oh, did you say your power went out?
Connie's did.
Oh. Great.
So we may not be joined by Connie for the rest of the evening.
There
we
we
may
go.
have just lost Connie in a storm. She's been sucked up into a tornado.
For some reason, you guys went dead on my end for a solid, 15 seconds.
So did you. On
Yeah.
our end. But me and Randy remained connected. Well, anyways.
We should forge on. So,
Yes.
I hope Connie makes it back, but she has just told us that she lost her power in a storm. So,
Okay.
do be on the lookout, but if not, we will, we dedicate this episode to the memory of Connie.
Oh, rest in peace.
She's fine. She's just not here.
No, I mean, she got sucked into a tornado, guys. The finger of God has her.
Twister joke?
Yes, that was a Twister joke. Of course it was.
I
This
think
is a
everything in Twister reference.
Universal-inspired podcast.
We need to talk about Horror Nights at some point.
We do. I've been to Universal at least once in my life. Therefore, I'm qualified to run a news media outlet about this place.
Why are you reading me?
Well, I was actually reading a lot of other people, but you know what? I guess you're included.
I've been more than once. Anyway, not to... that's why I let you guys do the talking. I just prompt the subjects, which I'm doing a terrible job of today.
Alrighty, well, let's talk about HH.
Chucky is a scare zone that is going to happen. Let's talk about it.
Well, I think we should preface this conversation with the fact that this is in reference to Chucky for Rugrats.
Of course.
Obviously.
That little ginger-haired tyke is chomping at our ankles this year.
Can't wait. He's going to be on all the merchandise, almost as much merchandise as the Usher should have been on.
Forget blood text on shirts. It's all going to be in Rugrats fonts.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
Think about how much merch they would actually sell if they did that, though.
That'd be very ironic. People like the irony. Is anyone else seeing Connie's messages? That's why we all went quiet. Someone add her.
I am working on it. I just saw them. That's why I was being awkwardly quiet. Somebody talk about Chucky.
Well,
Man,
Chucky. All
Chucky
right.
sure is scary. I don't
I
like
would-
dolls.
I would like to say, actually, this scare zone is going to be basically me facing an old, very irrational... oh, hold on. Sorry. I was going to say something, but then I accidentally tweeted a quote with the wrong name as I was talking.
Nice. We're just multitasking all over the place.
We're very good
Whole
at this.
night is already disaster. I love it. Best episode.
All right.
So-
Anyways,
Old irrational fear.
old irrational fear. basically, I, for years, was irrationally afraid of Chucky because of a particular puppet in House of Horrors at not Horror Nights Hollywood, Universal Hollywood. Looking back on it, it was actually a really cool puppet that used forced perspective really well. But like,
oh wait, I know what you're talking about. I've seen videos of
yeah,
that. Yes,
but that
yes,
particular
okay.
puppet, I hated Chucky for years because of that fucking puppet.
Were you like really young when you went through there?
I was 11.
Yes,
I don't
that's
know.
really young.
That's an appropriate time to be scared of Chucky.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
But then,
know.
like,
I
was
was never
refused to go
actually
back
scared
in.
of Chucky. I just remember like all my little stupid children friends being afraid of Chucky because they saw one in a Spencer's gift shop once.
Okay, no, Melody, that's what happened to me.
Yeah, I know. I literally knew as soon as I said that someone out of the three of us is going to pipe up and relate to this story because I feel like it's like a universal experience.
They are in there hanging from the ceiling to this day.
I know. I saw one pretty recently and I was like, oh yeah, I remember when all my friends said they could never go into a Spencer's because of that. But it just never scared me. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I had balls of steel. Maybe it's just because my whole bedroom and my whole life has been filled with Chucky style sized dolls. He just says he didn't bother me as a kid. I don't know. I was scared of the xenomorph. That was my childhood fear. And I've already conquered that at HHN, so I'm good.
I mean, fair enough, but yeah, I also had that weirdly universal experience of walking into a Spencer's and being like, that's Chucky, and I don't like it.
Yep.
But I was like 6, so...
Well, I mean, yeah, that's pretty reasonable. I see, why were you in a store that sells dildos when you were 6?
I don't even think I went in. I think I just saw it from, like, the mall concourse.
Well, either way.
I was a very imaginative child. If you showed me, like, half a second of a scary thing, I was gonna run with it for, like, 5 years.
Honestly, though, same. When I would walk through Blockbuster and go through the horror movie section, it was
that would be enough for years of horror for me.
Same, literally same. It's funny where I am now, considering where I used to be.
Exactly. Like, I used to be scared to death of the movie Edward Scissorhands because I thought it was like a horror movie. It's not.
Aww.
Wild.
I watch it every Christmas Eve now.
Aww, that's beautiful.
I
know. We're just growing up, you guys.
It's beautiful. We're all big kids now.
Yeah, now Twitter.
Yeah, so if you go through a lot of the comments on the announcements for Chucky, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, fuck this, it's so scary. So I think it's going to go over well, is what I'm saying. Yeah. I think that whatever we may feel, which for me, I'm not very hyped for it, except I'm hyped for that actor A role, the puppeteer. Like, yes, please, I love that.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, I wouldn't be very hyped, but I think other people are. At the very least, it's really going to scare people.
Honestly, I think I am too. I am hyped for it just because it's Chucky and a bunch of other killer animals.
Yeah, other things. It's not
killer animals. What is my brain doing? Toys.
Killer toys.
Yes, Pearl's going to be in that zone.
It's not just going to be a bunch of 5'2" mouse height young ladies in rubber Chucky masks running around. Which is good because that's pretty much the worst possible thing you could do with Chucky. I literally can't think of a worse way to treat the property.
Just looking at you, Terror Tram 2017.
That's Snapchat Chucky. Oh my god, he looked like a Snapchat filter.
He did look like a Snapchat filter.
He did.
It was all really bad.
He looks like the little dancing hot dog.
Oh, but I love that hot dog.
Me too, and they were popular around the same time as that Terror Tram.
It's true. Yes.
This zone, I definitely like. Chucky's just not like my favorite IP. Like, I'm not attached to that property like I am some of the other ones that are announced for this year already or are, heavily rumored. So I was like, I don't know how I feel about the Scare Zone. I wish they were all originals because that's where we get a lot of our original content from is the Scare Zones. But honestly, the zone sounds like it has a chance of being good.
Yeah.
Like, I agree. I think because it's going to have some kind of centerpiece to it.
Right. And it's not going to be 5'2" girls running around in Chucky masks. Which I'll take any day. But I think we talked about this briefly in the group chat because we're all such hoes for Dollhouse. But there are elements of that here.
Give me back the air horn trigger, Universal.
Yes!
Like, they talk about how a lot of the zone is going to be twisted toys, and that's so much like our thing, and I'm really excited to see that because that really does scare me.
I look forward to it. I fear that it's going to end up being sort of basic, and I don't want that. I want it to be better than basic. Oh my gosh.
I know. Ugh.
What is happening? We're losing everybody.
Like it makes me. I also hope they don't go like really basic with how they execute the other characters. I'm excited to get roasted in this zone.
Yeah, and I hope that actually is as good as it could possibly be. Like I hope they don't restrain too much. And I hope that's what it actually is. I mean, I was pretty pleased with how much Chance roasted people in 2016.
Right.
So I have high hopes that Chucky will be a straight savage.
I know we've had trouble with people getting roasted at the event in the past. Yeah, I know. Like Chance got away with it pretty well. I know the insult emporium thing happened.
Okay.
You know.
That was weird.
My gosh.
Yeah, I dropped out again.
Survives.
Oh wait, did Melody just drop out?
Melody dropped the instant you got back.
Oh no.
We were talking about getting roasted in the Chucky Scare Zone because it will be live puppeteered.
Yeah, come on, because it's going to be so great. Because reading is what?
Oh, you could have made the Everyone Loves Puppets. We could have gone there.
I couldn't remember the puppets line. I could only remember the read line.
That's true. We didn't even get a puppet challenge this season, and we're already back at Drag Race.
And
so fast.
I'm like, I can't even hear her.
Wait, me?
I can hear you.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Yeah. Connie was trying to call me because she can't get added back into the call.
Okay. Oh. That's fun.
So I had to, yeah. So she said just send the invite again.
I will do that.
Wait. So back to I missed something because I was going away on her. By the way, like my apologies. I think all of our apologies to anyone who's listening. We're having major technical difficulties. Connie's in the middle of a huge storm down in Tampa, and Google Hangouts is just not always the most consistent thing in general.
True.
So anyways, what were we talking about? Drag Race?
We were talking about being roasted in the Chucky Zone, and I was like, it's going to be great because reading is what?
Fundamental. I love it.
And that's how Connie came back.
Yes, I mean, Connie.
I don't understand. What up?
Yay.
You have been returned from the tornado.
Yay, she landed.
Yeah. I mean, I think that I was in purgatory. The Wi-Fi is still at my house.
Oh, that's good.
There's no internet at my house right now.
Great.
So, Connie, how do you feel about the Revenge of Chucky Scare Zone?
I mean, I've only ever seen like the first play, Child's Play.
She's only seen Chucky live on stage.
Sorry. I hate to interrupt, but another postcard has been released. Kept looking for Greg. No help, and I twisted my ankle. Had to run on it all the way back to the hotel from the embassy. They are not letting anyone in. There are tanks blocking the inside of the gate and a voice recording that says that even if we are American, we are supposed to go to our appointed treatment center. Such bullshit. Wow. Had to run away from 3 children who were covered in blood. At least they looked like children. I don't have the energy. And it's addressed to, are you still there?
Aww. She's
all right.
Swearing in our backstory.
I love it. Oh,
You're
man.
Right.
We're getting all of the spicy content this year.
It's like when Chance said, what the shit in 2016. This is very exciting.
I know.
Yes.
I know. Yeah, we'll get to those postcards after we discuss our previous announcements, but I'm very much looking forward to discussing that.
Yeet. Can you guys, because I was gone for a hot minute, could you give me a recap? I know everyone listening has already heard this, but I couldn't hear anything.
It's all good. I can recap. We talked about the Chucky Scare Zone and how we were not hyped for it initially, and then a puppeteer was announced and we got more hype for it. And now we know that most of the zone, now we know that most of the zone is going to be like a Twisted Toys type Dollhouse of the Damned ish.
Okay, can I vote? Can I please vote for a twisted Thomas the Tank Engine? I need it in my life.
Yes.
I do too. I want that. I mean, what's the point of going if I don't get run over by a twisted Thomas the Tank?
Listen, you can just lay down in front of the Hogwarts Express and I'll play the music.
They turn the Hogwarts Express into that vine.
Good enough. Yes.
I'm ready. I'm ready for Thomas to crush me.
We talk about getting run over and or stepped on a lot.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I also
love
that's
our
destructive
kink.
forces.
You know who I do not want to step on me? Chucky, because it wouldn't do anything because he's so small.
Nice.
I only want to be stepped on by
How
huge...
big is he?
I mean, he's like, do you know those It's a Small World dolls I have in my bedroom?
Oh, yeah.
Like
I've
that
been in your bed
size.
a lot. Wink, wink.
Well, yeah.
It's so scary here, you guys.
Oh.
Just lightning really hard.
Oh no, it adds to the spooky ambiance.
Can you even hear it, or was it just me crying into my phone?
I heard that last one. It
Wow.
sounded like a stock sound effect.
It kind of did.
I'm actually in a studio right now. Surprise, motherfuckers!
Wow.
Wow, that was very impressive. Anyways, back to Horror Nights.
Thank you.
Yeah, Chucky Scare Zone. Are you excited, Constance?
I'm excited for puppetry and I'm excited for toys. I don't have like a great history with Chucky. When I was a kid, I had a little boy named Chucky who used to go to church with me, and he was mean. So there's that.
I was literally expecting you to tell either of the stories that me and Darcy told about why we don't like Chucky, but I'm so glad you didn't.
Yeah, we all had a little story time kiki about our history with Chucky. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I've only the first time I saw the movie was literally last year.
Yeah, same. It was like 2 years ago for me.
Same. It was finally on AMC during a time I had off, and I just finally watched Child's Play, and I was like, he's not my fave.
I do wonder though. Do you think Tiffany is going to be in the zone? And if so, how many basic white girls are going to dress as Tiffany at the event?
I hope every single one of them, and I hope they all think that everyone.
I already know 2 people who are planning. I already know 2 people who are planning Tiffany cosplays.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not judging. I love Tiffany and I love Tiffany cosplays. I'm just saying a lot of people are going to do it because it's
going to be this year's Harley Quinn.
Honestly, probably, yeah. I would not be shook.
Yeah, I would like to say that I don't think it would make a whole lot of sense if they had Chucky puppeteered, but Tiffany as like a 5'2" girl.
Yeah.
So to me, that says no.
Probably not, although I hope they referenced her at least. She's my
I was about to say, if they can get a couple references in, cool. I don't see her, they haven't, I mean, unless they have another call for, another puppeteer out, I don't see it.
What if it's what if it's one of those dolls where the front half is Chucky and then it turns around and it's Tiffany at the back?
Oh my gosh, that would.
I mean, I would.
Oh my god, it's like that drag race.
Yeah.
No, the drag race
Violet
challenge.
Chachki.
They were half and half.
Yeah, it's Violet Chachki all over again.
Exactly. Chucky is Violet Chachki. Violet Chucky.
You can get a 22-inch waist. You can be Chucky.
Yes. I mean, Chucky probably does have about the same size waist in proportion to Violet.
You're probably right.
Yeah. The doll probably has a 22-inch circumference.
Yeah.
The whole thing, yeah.
Yep.
Drag Race reference number 700,000,009.
I don't know. I mean, I was very against Chucky when I first heard whispers and rumors of it. But as time has gone by and as I've seen the rest of the events lineup and the rest of this, at the very least, the rest of the Scare Zone lineup, I mean, it makes sense in the context of what they're doing. And hopefully the things that are in it are cooler than just Chucky himself. So that's my final thought.
Yeah, that's about where I stand with this as well. It's just not something I was excited about leading up to the time it was announced, when it was on the rumor mill and everything. But now that they've announced it, I can see how it will be cool if they do it right.
Do we know where it's going to be? Isn't it going to be in Hollywood?
I read Hollywood.
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be different.
What?
It's happening.
Darcy's
Darcy
gone.
didn't feel so good.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry.
Darcy.
No, she's
No!
going to have
Darcy!
I
Not
will
you
say,
too.
okay.
So,
we're having
I think-
we're having a good time, you guys.
So it's going to be interesting having Hollywood be like number one in IP because it hasn't been for quite a while. And it's also going to be, what is that sound?
I don't know.
Is it like vibrating?
Yes.
Because my phone is vibrating really hard.
Oh,
hard.
Well,
And I'm talking via my phone right now.
Gotcha.
My Wi-Fi's out.
Yeah, I was just wondering like what it was and making sure it was not important.
Is
I don't
it
know.
the massive, the thunder? It's literally me retweeting tweets from Mistresses of Mayhem.
Well, turn your vibration off.
Follow us at mayhem_podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's going to be interesting. It's a very different type of scare zone than what we've had in Hollywood for the past few years, which has pretty much been like our sexy people scare zone. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting. We're
It's
putting
true.
the sexy people in New York this year. Is this symbolic? I don't know. Is it because the drag race winner right now is from New York?
Probably.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. If we were to cast all the season 10 queens into scare zones, Aquaria would definitely be in Vamp.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's definitely what's going on. I've cracked the code.
That'll be like, that's gotta be one of our off-season episodes, is where we just put queens in houses and stuff.
That
Oh my
would
god.
be so fun. Or just design a drag race house.
Karen Needles, House of Horrors.
All the scares. I love how your idea was like serious and my idea was all the triggers are Miss Banshee.
I'm fine with that. That's basically
I want a Miss Vanjie
basically
strobe
this
room where
year.
she's everywhere.
Yes.
Yes.
I love it. Oh, that's great. Anyways, let's move from
Don't know
those
how to
type
turn
of
that off.
clowns to a different kind of clown.
Nice. Oh, I didn't even have to do that one.
Ayy.
You're welcome.
I love it. All right. The other scare zone that was announced for this year's Halloween Horror Nights was Killer Klowns from Outer Space. This has been a real IP for so many people. A lot of people have wanted this for years, and it's finally happening.
It's kind of weird. I was interested when I heard it rumored. I'd seen clips of the movie before, but I'd never seen the whole thing. And I just watched the whole thing yesterday. And after watching it, I am infinitely more excited for this scare zone. It is very, very well suited for horror nights.
10,000% yes.
Mhm.
I watched this movie on basic cable at my grandma's house after everyone went to bed. And I was like, what is this? Like, I didn't know what it was.
Possible way to watch it.
It was like
such
2
a
in the
good-
morning when it finished. I was like, what is going on? And then that freaking theme song started playing, and I was like, wait, this movie was awesome. And I'm
I
really
know right
excited to
now.
hear that circus guitar riff in the zone.
Circus
Same.
guitar riff is a great sentence.
I think it's going to be great. I have high expectations for the circus tent being a physical object within the zone.
I'm excited for cotton candy smell.
Yes,
I'm
I don't
excited
really
for
know
air
how they're going to
conditioning.
do a smell outside, but you know, I have faith. If anything, if and this is a big fat if, there is a schoolhouse-esque circus tent that you could go into, I think that's where the smell would be.
Yeah.
Not out in the open. But I do think out in the open, we're going to have the hanging cocoons, maybe even from like lampposts, cocoons of
Ooh,
cotton
yeah.
candy people. I think I saw someone else tweet this. I want to say maybe Jeremy Films, shout out. Anyways, someone tweeted about the shadows. The shadows should be projected up onto the walls. I agree with that. I doubt it's going to happen, but it would be really cool.
Mhm.
And I just think the costumes are going to translate really, really well into HHN costumes. Like the design is perfect. They're perfect scare zone creatures. They don't have to have super animated faces to look exactly like they do in the movie because they're terrible.
Right.
So, you know, it's perfect.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is going to be really, I think this is going to be a home run for them to get really accurate and really right.
I also think, as stupid as the movie is, I think this zone is going to scare the shit out of people because people are just really scared of clowns, and they're specifically scared of like physically disfigured clowns.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And
I have a
these,
confession to
I
make,
can
you
I
guys.
can say from my insider knowledge that these clowns are very, very big. The people playing them are all 6'2" and up. They're big people, and that kind of stuff scares the crap out of like, white 15-year-old girls who go to HHN for one night with their favorite eggplant from high school.
Correct.
I know I'm definitely I mean as I am playing one of those clowns,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty big, I know that all the other clowns are big too. And I do mean right now, I was just putting on my makeup and I got my wig on. And it's raining really hard here, and it's super scary and dark, and it's lightninging like every 2 seconds. So if I die, please put on my gravestone that the last thing I said was that I'm a clown.
Okay.
Okay.
So I haven't been around clowns in real life for a solid few years now, and I'm not really scared of them when I see them like on screens or whatever. Like, I made it through it just fine or whatever. I'm a little nervous about confronting the killer clowns face to face.
You don't have to
Gonna be a
confront
little-
them, just like sneak around them.
But I don't wanna. I wanna get the full experience.
I mean, still don't confront them though, just like do what they want.
I'm gonna challenge them to a duel, you guys.
Perfect. That's what they want too, honestly.
Oh my god.
See, I'm ready. I think I tweeted this, but I'm ready to call them all daddy because they're all male, which I think is pretty obvious. I mean, let's be honest, clowns, men. I mean,
We are
men
not
are
talking
men
about
are-
clowns again. We're not doing
we're
it.
not
Stop.
talking about
Men
their
are all
dicks.
clowns. Men, okay, you didn't. Okay. Wow.
No, I'm not going to talk about the dicks. I'm just when I go through scare zones at Horror Nights, I am sexually attracted to anything that's not the infrastructure of Universal itself. So I'm really excited for these very tall neon colored people. That's going to be fun for me. This is my element.
Hell yeah.
I am excited to see how they do this. Like I said, though, a little nervous
Yes,
about
good.
being around clowns again.
That's how it should be. People
It
should
should.
be very, and I want to see. I'm excited to see how such large things attempt to scare. Because like there ain't gonna be no low to the ground sneaky scares. Like they're just gonna be scary based on their size and their mere existence. I feel like this is gonna be a great zone for people watching. I also have a feeling it's gonna end up being pretty big, based on the fact that they called it South Street and not like. I don't know. It feels like it's probably going to stretch beyond where Invasion did last year for sure. I think it's going to stretch down like past Chez Alcatraz, perhaps.
I know they've talked about how
Confirmed.
New York is going to be split up a little bit this year, so as to avoid some of the bottlenecking issues they've always
obviously.
planned. So
Obviously, we're forgetting. It's going to take place in the line for Fast and Furious.
Oh, of course. That's
Nice.
a better idea. It really should be called.
I think I've made this claim for different IPs through 3 episodes this year.
Yeah, I think you have.
They're actually changing the name to Killer Family from Outer Space.
Amelia.
So,
Pour one out for those killer clown familia.
yeah.
I don't know. I
love
don't
it.
get the Fast and Furious thing.
I don't either, but
We don't.
goddamn, if they don't say the word family at least 15 times throughout that attraction.
Like, I think I've seen bits and pieces of every single one of those movies, but I've never seen a whole one all the way through.
Oh god. What the fuck?
Darcy, no!
I
Ugh.
think Darcy is just going to continue to die and resurrect herself throughout the rest of this. Oh, she's back.
Nice.
There we go.
Welcome back.
It's our new magic act, you guys.
Poof,
I
and
thought-
she's
I
back.
thought- I thought I was out because the power went out again at my house. But
So
thankfully,
I'm trying to think of other Killer Clowns things. I think the music is going to be great. I think it's going to be a really awkward transition between that and Vamp, but whatever, that's okay. I don't know. I'm just really excited. I want to see something really whimsical, and I want to see something to the level of Trick or Treat last year. Trick or Treat last year to me is like everything that an IP scare zone can be, and everything that IP scare zones should try to be. And so I expect to see that same level of detail and fan service and dedication
Hell
from the cast, hopefully. Although it was really
Fan
actually quite
service?
interesting. Shut up, Connie. It was interesting watching the movie yesterday and seeing the way that the clowns moved, which is honestly the way that people move when they can't see anything in front of them. So
It's gonna be accurate.
it is.
I
Yeah,
love
like
that.
literally the whole time I was watching it, and I'm like, these guys are literally not acting at all. Like there is no physical acting or comedy going on with the clowns. It is the most mundane like way of moving, which I actually found hilarious when contrasted with the way they looked. So I hope that they actually don't go overboard on the scare zone with like the goofy clown walking and stuff. I hope they just move like they're bored, but then look like the scariest thing ever.
Hell yeah.
I'm really excited for this to have a really good balance of actual scares and like humor.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that I think a lot of people love about Killer Clowns is that like it is actually like a little scary, but also it is so dumb and hilarious.
Yeah, there were a few moments of like visual gags and gore that were sort of like, ooh, like that's if I was 11 years old and seeing this would probably really fuck me up.
Right.
But it also is mixed with like very obvious intentional comedic moments, and I think that again is just, to me, that mix is prime time for HHN. That's exactly the kind of thing Horror Nights should be doing. So
I agree. This is a great pick for this year in particular.
Great for an 80s year.
To see it.
And you know, it's also kind of interesting. Of all that, like when you say 80s horror, people always jump to the exact same 3 properties, which are Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street. And I am excited to see an 80s themed year that looks to be devoid of 2/3 of those characters. And I don't know. I'm like, it seems like it'd be so obvious to put Freddy or Jason out in the street or something like that. That's just like, I don't know, obvious. This is,
I know when the B movie
this is not
boomers.
obvious. This is very like almost offbeat 80s horror, and I appreciate that because that's the good shit.
Absolutely. Like I know we were all kind of worried when a variety house kind of surfaced. We're like, oh, what are they gonna put in there though? Turns out original content. So no big deal.
Also, I'm sorry if I've been quiet for like the past 5 minutes. I've been typing the Kennedy Davenport Death Becomes Her thing in chat.
Oh my gosh.
Worth it.
After a long night of hooking.
Yes, I think this zone is a straight shoot home run. Like, you know, it's gonna be good. Any other thoughts before we move on?
Nah. I'm okay.
I think Connie is like disconnected again. Just FYI, you should boot her and re-add her.
Okay, let me see if I can
Kick
do
her
that.
out.
Sashay away.
We're voting her off the island.
We're voting.
I don't
Connie
actually know how to
this
do that. Oh my
podcast.
gosh. Oh, I see. I'm injecting her. It's injecting like you've been kicked out of the ball game.
Bye, bitch.
Okay.
But yeah, so
all right.
I think Killer Clowns and
Scare zones
Chucky.
were announced. It was a super fun announcement.
Yes.
Very close on the heels of other things too, so that was neat.
Yes. I really have enjoyed the frequency thus far of announcements.
But now to talk about the quality.
Yes.
So today, and we didn't plan on this. We didn't know we had no idea this was going to happen.
And it did.
Yes, cool. She returned.
So, actually, can I say this? Because I have a joke I'm going to add.
Please do the joke.
So, today, I get a mysterious notification that Horror Nights Orlando has tweeted something.
Right.
No text, just a picture of a postcard. And that was when the afternoon went from good to great.
Say
yes.
My day was so mediocre, and then I saw that.
I know they looked amazing.
I'm
My mom
impressed
called
that
me
this
and
is
said,
the first John Mulaney reference I've made all day.
Oh my god.
I mean, every
My
reference
mom
should
called
be
me though,
a
and she
John
was like, "Have
Mulaney
you seen
one.
the postcard?"
It's true.
Oh my god, did your mom really do that?
What?
Yeah.
That's
My
so
mom
cute.
called me and she was like, "Have you seen the postcards?
Oh.
Agents tweeting?" And I was like, "Of course, mother. I am an obsessed cookie."
Okay, so for those of you who may or may not be in the know, and it is our job to inform as well as entertain.
Ridiculous.
I don't think it is at all.
Connie, turn your camera off.
Oh, wait,
It's on.
Connie, does your camera on?
What?
Yeah, we keep getting flashes of things. Dark,
that's called
terrible
lightning.
things.
I said turn
Lightning.
your camera off.
Yeah.
Turn
why?
off the camera.
I don't want the lightning. I don't understand.
It looks cool, but it'll slow down
Fine.
the stream.
Get my face in there.
Brand representation. So for those of you who are not in the know, the Horror Nights Orlando Twitter account started tweeting some backstory for the Dead Exposure House today.
Very exciting.
And
Yes, they
it's pretty cool, and
They-
it's still going. Darcy read one of the postcards while we were sitting here because they've been releasing on a very timely schedule, and it's super great to see like the attention to detail. The addresses are in Cary, Ohio, which is super fun.
It's an
So it gives-
actual address, by the way. I went
It
and
is an
looked it up. It's like some weird half-abandoned farmhouse across from a used car dealership, which leads me to believe that because all of the postcards are addressed to Kimberly Duncan, Terminator 2 3D will be replaced by a used car dealership.
Can you imagine
I-
buying a car at
You're
Universal?
right.
They're like, let us
know-
check your credit, but I think we're good to go.
It's kind of funny. Like, I didn't buy my car at Disney, but the transmission, and several other major pieces to my very first vehicle were all from the car care center right outside Magic Kingdom.
That's amazing.
Wild.
So yeah, huge chunks of my first vehicle were literally from Disney World. But yeah, no, I think
Which,
the Kimberly
speaking
Duncan
of
thing.
which,
What?
I mean, I think this all points to the fact that Dead Exposure is going to take place in Disneyland Paris, right?
Of course. I mean, that's
Obviously.
the scariest.
We've been
Disney
blind.
park
It's going to
of
be under
all.
the castle with the dragon.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be on Crush's coaster.
Oh God. No, it's gonna be with any of their millions of terrifying, horrible meet and greets.
Jessica
Whoa.
Rabbit fur character.
Oh, it's so scary.
What the?
So,
It is-
anyways, it's kind of interesting, you know. I'm sure most people who are listening to this have heard
Oh,
many
Mr.
rumors and
Obama?
things. What?
Hello, Mr. Obama?
Oh, is he listening?
Ben
I-
Parrish.
Barack Obama. If you're out there, blink twice.
I couldn't.
Okay.
I couldn't
Well-
hear you guys.
Oh,
My thing keeps going in and out because I'm coist.
you were just saying Mr. Obama.
Like we didn't have context.
I said hello, Mr.
Hello,
Obama.
Mr. Obama. And I was like, Ben Parrish.
That was it. Oh, anyways, before I was interrupted by Mr. Obama, what was I saying?
I don't remember.
I don't know
Gosh,
because I
darn
couldn't hear
it.
any of it.
We're talking about Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
Start
And the
over.
horrifying face fur characters.
Oh, it was a different thought from all
Meet
of
and
those
greet.
things. It's fun. Oh yeah, now I remember. We've all heard various rumors of things that may or may not come to the event this year. And of the houses that I've heard rumored, this is not really the one I expected to get all this backstory, which
Yeah.
means that I expect to see this much backstory for all of them.
I am like so happy. This is the first time in a really long time that an original content house has had like named characters in it. And like
Where the names didn't just come from the call sheet and characters told people, where the names are actually out to the public.
this is a story
Yeah.
they are issuing for everyone to see. I hope it will be added to the website in some capacity.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
I love the framing of
Yeah.
the postcards. I love how her signature gets shorter each time. Like it's so cool that they're actually going for
Mhm.
something like this. Like I think that's awesome.
You know what I would love to see? This is
The
very
postcards
very.
in the gift store.
That's literally what I was
I'll buy
gonna
them.
say.
'Cause-
That was literally what I was about to say.
I can read your minds.
Oh,
So,
please
I'm gonna ask
don't.
this question. Do you think that we the
people.
people going through the
These
house are
United
going to
States.
be living that story, or do you think we are following Emily?
I think Emily might be like a cameo character in the house as a zombie. So here's the sad thing about all this. I don't actually think anything we're seeing in these postcards, other than the settings mentioned, are going to have any actual bearing on what's going on. Like, I don't think we're supposed to be Emily or anything like that. But I think we're gonna go. I mean, I definitely think we're gonna go to the catacombs at this point because she literally mentions it by name.
I hope we do. Or I'll
But
have to
I don't
fight
know.
somebody.
I think this is more than anything. I mean, I don't want to sound cynical, but I feel like this is maybe a little bit fan servicey. Like
Well,
they're doing it, but I don't know how much is actually going to play into the house when the house happens.
Here's
That's
the
fair.
thing, though. Last year was so lacking in fan service that I'll take
Yeah.
anything.
Oh no, same. I am not mad. Listen, I love fan service. I will eat that shit up if it's good. And
Like
this
fan
is good.
service can be good.
Edible
Absolutely.
postcards.
I'm just saying that's what I think the motivation for this is. I think the
Yeah.
motivation is that they've noticed that people really love the backstory. So they're giving us backstory. Even if that backstory is not necessarily the most relevant, it's still exciting and I'm not mad.
Yeah, and they're still doing it in a really fun way.
Yeah,
And this kind of
yeah.
also like my whole like theory on how they're approaching this year is still holding up to be true in that we bagged Stranger Things so we can do whatever the hell we want for the rest of it.
Ooh, true.
Honestly, yeah, that's their big money making IP, clearly.
Like they know that they have those tickets in the bag and so now they just get to do whatever they want. And like all of the rumors that I'm hearing about really support this. Like there's no other like to me, and not that cash grab IPs can't be like super fun, but like they have the one that they know. Like the fact that we're getting a 5-5 split possibly this year is super great. You know, they're finally getting kind of less popular, but like I said, white whale IPs with, you know, Killer Klowns, which is like has a very culty following, but you know, isn't like mega popular.
I think Killer
Trick or Treat
Klowns
had kind of a culty following,
agreed.
and it went popular from HHN.
I agree.
Or maybe
I
because
can't.
we're in HHN. I don't know.
I think in our bubble, it definitely did. Like, I can't tell you how many people had never seen the movie before they went through the scare zone, but then sought out the movie after the fact.
Yeah.
Which I think we're going to see a whole lot of with Killer Klowns. I also think Killer Klowns is going to get the exact inverse treatment that houses like Fallen got last year. When people would go through Fallen last year, they'd always be like, what movie is this based on? Because for some reason, they were really convinced it was based on a movie. I think people... She'll be. Oh yeah, she's back. I think people are not going to realize that Killer Klowns is a movie, and a lot of people are just going to mistake it for like an original.
Because there are a lot of original clowns that have been done over the years too.
Exactly. I mean, Universal is no stranger to putting scary clowns in the streets.
Someone will inevitably be like, "Where's Jack?"
I also think people, and I'm not even kidding. I think some people are gonna think it's AHS Cult. I guarantee it.
Oh my
yeah, you
God.
might be
right. The mask.
I am so.
I never thought about how similar they did, like with the exaggerated, like grotesque features,
big grotesque masks. Yeah.
Yeah, I never realized how similar they kind of were.
So yeah, I can't wait to see a lot of dumb people saying, I didn't care for this season of American Horror Story, walking through a movie that came out in 1988.
I'm so ready to make that Vine when Vine 2 finally comes out.
Oh, I hope Vine 2 comes out soon so we can make Vines at the park. But
exactly.
Can you imagine?
We can at least make Snapchats.
Yeah, we can do Snapchats that are Vine length.
We have Instagram.
Exactly.
Good point.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think so far this year is shaping up to be exceptionally strong compared to recent years, not counting 25, which was a sort of an anniversary league of its own type thing.
Yeah, from 24 to 26 and 27, this year already is just like, what?
Yeah, I totally agree in a very good way. I'm very pleased. I'm really, really excited.
Same. Like, I literally think they can't. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm always excited because I have my own little rose-tinted way that I look at HHN, and that's its own ball of wax. But looking at it purely from like a guest standpoint, like if I was just going to HHN this year, I would be so much more excited for this year than I have any other year that I've attended.
Yeah, I think that just like they're going to capture a lot of new, maybe even diehards this year. Like people are going to get into it this year.
I want to know. Well, I have a thing. I love IPs. Don't get me wrong. I love IPs. But I feel like I can never really judge a year until I go through one of their OGs.
Yeah.
Like that's how I judge their year, no matter what the IPs are like. Because it matters to me how much they put effort in their brains. And so far, I'm loving Dead Exposure's expose.
Haha.
But if they don't have the catacombs, I'm gonna have to hunt someone down.
I think it's a given.
Yeah, I do too. I think they set it in Paris specifically to have that as a set piece in the house.
And they mention it in that little
in the postcard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's like how, before when they would drop like an American Horror Story promo, you could pretty much guarantee that every scene in the little video would be in the house.
Does that mean that Stranger Things is just going to take place at the gate?
Yep.
It's the new gate scare zone.
Oh my God. So excited.
God, they haven't done that in so long, but they did do that at one point.
They did that in 2009. They had Usher characters out there.
I think 2009 was the last time they did it too.
I think so.
Listen, quick shout out to Hallowscream because oh my God, they do that. They literally have characters like waiting in the tram lanes the moment you get off the tram.
That's amazing.
It is.
They ready for you.
Literally, they are right there. Like they'll be standing there playing with their weapons as you pull up on the tram, and then they just terrorize you the moment you get off. They terrorize you in line for tickets. They're hiding behind the trash cans right next to the turnstiles.
Amazing.
Like
honestly,
from the
so
moment,
blessed.
I'm honestly surprised they don't put them on the tram, considering that they put them on the bumper cars and on the roller coasters now.
You're just sitting next to a guy, like he's probably a zombie. I'm gonna say he's a zombie. You're just sitting there and you're just trying to have a nice conversation with your tram ride partner.
Yeah, and he's just like, I mean, that's basically what happens when you ride She-Cra next to a character. Like, what? That
sounds
thing.
like ideal, though.
I know, right?
That's a dream job for somebody.
That's my dream job.
I'm gonna be honest. It's a nightmare job for a lot of real people who have to wear full makeup and contacts and then ride She-Cra for 8 straight hours.
Yeah.
Good point.
Imagine getting home and be like, I'm gonna throw up into my cloak. Excuse me.
Honestly.
Do they not let them take breaks?
I mean, of course they do, but it's not as, I don't know what the word is, well organized, I guess, as HHN. But shout out to Hallowscream. You're amazing. You're beautiful.
You look like a model.
They look like a model. And they have really good ticket sale going on right now. She's coming back. She's been popping in and out the whole time.
I know. I like to say her name.
I was about to say, if you do, like, don't limit your Halloween terrible, don't limit yourself to one event. Go check out local things.
Yeah, if you are blessed enough to live in Central Florida and to be in driving proximity to these various things, I really think you should take advantage of it because Halloween Horror Nights is in a league of its own. They have budget and access to things that other places don't. But Hallowscream is extremely innovative. I've never gone there and not had one of the best nights of my life. It is so fun. The characters have a lot of free reign to do a lot of dumb shit, and I really enjoy it.
Hell yeah.
And
you gotta rate it by how much dumb shit the scare actors get to do.
Audience members, people who listen to this, there's only like my mom maybe, but listen, I live in Tampa and I have a Hallowscream like season pass. Like I have like the every night. So if
did you get that?
I got it.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I literally can see no, it's raining, but I can hear
I can't right now
as I go to sleep. So if anyone listening wants to go to Hallowscream, you want a little tour guide? I'm really bad at it, but I love to hang out. I'm not good at tour guide.
Yeah,
but
it's a good time. They have a new original house coming this year that I know some things about that's going to be so good. And I mean, so far, every time they've put out a new house, I've been stunned. Well, I take that back. The knockoff run Blood, Sweat, and Fears from last year was pretty terrible. I lied. That one, that one was rough.
I was really impressed with
better than the one it replaced.
It was better than what it replaced, which is the worst haunted house I've ever been through in any capacity.
Wait, which one was that?
Oh my God, Circus of Superstition.
Oh yeah, that's
Circus of Superstition. Randy, I can't even tell you. It was real bad. Like there was some really extra ass gay clowns in there, but other than that,
I mean, there was a room where the scare was that there was a hat on a bed.
Yep,
it was just a hat sitting on a bed. You just walked around.
It was a 3D house, and it was supposed to be a circus based on like your worst superstitions, like ladders and broken mirrors and black cats and that kind of thing. but it just didn't work. The music was terrible. The scares were really obvious, and there were barely any characters. It was very, very empty.
Oh.
It was real.
But
real
it's not
bad.
there anymore, so we just give a half-hearted plug to Halloween.
I mean,
Oh,
no,
no,
it's
go
a
to
wholehearted
Halloween.
plug.
Oh, it's wholehearted, but we went in on the negatives too.
Oh, for
We were
sure.
like,
That
go to
house,
this thing. Here's something that we hate. But go to this thing
But it's
anyway.
good.
but that's the thing. Every other house I've ever done there has had wonderful redeeming qualities, except for that one. So
Yeah.
even
And
even the kind of terrible run blood sweat and fears from last year was still fun, and there was a choose your own adventure aspect, which you don't see in a lot of haunted houses, that I really enjoyed. So
it was very cool.
yeah, they had a point when you got to choose your own door, which was fun.
Oh, that's nice.
Wild.
People have been
Fun.
talking
Thanks,
about
twice.
like dual run houses for some time. It always there's always like a maybe they'll do it for a lot of
definitely
things.
not at HHN, because at Howl-O-Scream they do pulse the line. They pulse you group by group,
Yeah.
about groups of like 15 at a time maybe, and that's at maximum busyness. When they're at a low busyness, it's just however big your group is. So normally just like me and Connie.
Yeah.
And in that
Terrifying.
instance, it is terrifying, and it is also very easy to do the whole choose your own adventure thing. And in fact, they kind of had that in Bayou as well. They had 2 vortex tunnels, and you could choose which one you went through.
Yeah, they did.
Even though they were identical, I really never understood why that was a thing, but it's still there.
Here's the thing though with the fake run blood, sweat, and tears. The first time I went with my roommates, my brain refused to think that there could possibly be a choose your own adventure aspect. So I was like, oh god, I'm gonna walk into a boo hole. I just thought there were like missing characters. And then there's a guy in a mask with a knife, and he kept trying to like stab us. And I was like, this is really fun, but I should move forward maybe? And he kept just like gesturing to the doors, and I was like, but which one? Which one, my friends? Which one? And he ended up choosing for us because we didn't know that we could choose our own door. He was like, just go in the middle one, you fools.
Also,
you sad
shout
fools.
out to the wonderful actor A, who was roasting people outside that house last year. All my love. Yes, great hat, you gay cowboy. Love you. Yes.
That's what I came back to without any context.
He told me, spank me on the ass with your fan again, daddy. And it was the greatest character interaction I've ever had.
Oh, amazing. I have one note from Killer Klowns that I didn't say.
Ooh, bring it back.
I hope we get victims and clowns.
Yeah, that's actually something Victor brought up when we were watching the movie yesterday. He was asking if I thought that like the girl or the boyfriend or the cop would be any of the characters in it. I don't know. I actually don't think we're gonna get that. I think we're only gonna have clowns. But that's just my opinion. I would like to see other things.
Well, I think here's me. I was watching some old footage from I think 20 the other day, and they had in the Coven Scare Zone a bunch of pilgrims getting ready to be burned. I could see them being like a person in a cocoon.
Yeah, I don't know. I would see it as more likely to be static figures in cocoons, kind of like the body in Trick or Treat.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair too.
Just because otherwise it would be a poor character just standing there, which I don't think they like anymore.
Fair enough.
They yell at characters who stand around for pretty much any reason. So, and I don't know. I want to see it. I want to see like the girlfriend and the cop be characters in the zone and be antagonized by the clowns. But I haven't.
I was about to say it might be fun to have like people who can be antagonized in ways they couldn't do to guests.
Exactly. That's what I liked a lot about Invasion last year was you had your non-speaking creatures, but then you had something for them to play off of and have bits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I also feel like just the act of being a scary clown is enough to carry a scare zone. Because
that's clowns. True. I just wanted to run that past you guys. I just didn't say that piece.
Oh no, I love the idea.
No. I think with the victims, it might. And Invasion did it really well. But it made sense because they were dressed in a similar uniform, so you could recognize what they were. But remember how, like, Kelly was treated?
Oh, yeah, Deadeye Kelly.
I just thought she was a guest half the time.
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes the victims, we might not... And the victims actually in the Purge last year, too. I just thought they were guests. I didn't know they were victims, and they...
Well, I know that makes it scarier for some people, but I could also see how that could be an issue.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, characters, when they scare me, they can, like, make scary things happen. But with victims, their scare is to be frightened at you, which I don't find actually frightening.
I find it mildly annoying.
I have power over them.
I don't think I've experienced a live... I don't remember... my limited experiences in scare zones have like I don't think I've ever had like a victim role come up to me, you know?
It's I'm trying to think of
They're
times that,
scared.
okay, it worked really well when in 2015 and Diane, when Jason would have a victim. That was fun
I've
because
seen
Yeah.
that and I
it
liked
gave-
it.
it gave him specifically someone to stalk, and that's visually with Jason, that's like what you want to see.
Yeah.
And in Purge it made sense because, you know, you had to have people getting killed. Like
Right.
it worked for the show, but at the same time, yeah, sometimes you would just see someone stumbling around, and this is maybe going to sound stupid, but my instinct is like, oh my god, I gotta help this poor guest, and it's
Yeah,
like,
yes.
it's another character,
Same.
and I'm
Right.
like I'll
But,
see
like,
them being like, help me, and I always want to be like, oh my god, did they get hurt? And it's like, well, they got fake hurt, and I just got played, so no.
Yeah, we just feel stupid.
I think that's the error though, because there were also victims in Vamp 55, which worked very well because they were dressed in
Very
POV
differently,
clothing. You could
exactly.
tell that they were
I
acting.
thought I've seen that camp counselor Jason scare from Diane, and she was like pretty bloody and like you could kind of tell that she wasn't like a guest.
Yes, it's easy to say that until you remember that people at HHN can get face paint done now.
Oh,
And
You're
let me tell
right.
you, that is some of the most confusing shit for a character you can even imagine. Because like a super quick story time. I almost punched a guest, as gone sexual. That's the name of this bit. Anyways, I just having guests come through the houses and they're wearing like the Horror Nights provided face paint. It really fucks me up because I'm like, who is this character and why are they walking towards me? And I'm like, I instinctively want to like run to a coordinator. So I wish they would stop doing that. But I know it also makes a bunch of money, and that adults like to pretend they're, children.
I want
what
to
to
be a
say?
child.
Like, what drunk I was like drunk adults love face paint.
Yeah, they do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A lot of
but I
them
don't
get
want to
it.
do money for it. I'll just
No.
come in.
I
paint
don't
my
want
own
to do that at
face.
Horror Nights. I'm not there to be
Yeah.
scary. I'm there to get scared.
But that
Well,
is not how a lot of
excuse to
guests
put
think.
makeup on.
A lot
It's
of
true.
guests want to be the characters so badly that they try to scare them.
I don't like that. Stay in your own lane.
Right, those guys are terrible. Don't try and scare actors.
I
I'm
feel
trying
like
to be a cat.
that should be common knowledge among anyone who goes to HHN more than once a year, but it is always worth reiterating. It doesn't work, and you look like a jackass, and you are a jackass.
We're all jackasses.
Yeah, that's like
Speak for yourself.
I am a jackass. Hey everybody.
I'm not.
All right, do you
Welcome
have
to
anything else
Jackass.
that's vaguely on topic before we close up?
I don't have anything on topic because I've just been quiet this whole time because I found out that a SpongeBob swing is on for a track I didn't know he covered through Wesley Taylor tweeting about it, and I'm like freaking out.
Well, back to Horror Nights. This SpongeBob. When we get the SpongeBob house, we'll call you, Darcy.
Hell yeah.
And Squidward dabs in the house.
Oh my god, Squidward! Squidward! Hit the dab! Squidward! Listen, oh man, I'm so happy that dabbing mostly died out last year. It died out seriously, like a lot of the dabbing kids stopped, but it built up ironically backstage, and I was fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
I dab now more than ever.
Exactly, like back
Me too.
when the teeny boppers were dabbing, I was like, no, this is garbage. Now, I mean, I like attempt to dab once in every drag performance I do. Like
I
my
dabbed in the
signature.
kitchen where I worked, and everyone there had just the most visceral reaction. They were like, "No!"
That's so fun. I could just see them like magnets being repelled from your body.
That's what happened. I don't even remember how it happened, but I remember I just threw out a dab.
Oh, we have another postcard.
Oh, read it,
Ooh.
please.
Greg is dead. I'm
Oh,
so
poor
tired
Greg.
I can't even cry. I'll explain it to his mom if I ever get home. Everything has gone to hell and I haven't eaten in 3 days. I love you so much. You were always a good sister. I don't say that enough. I'm sorry. E.
Oh, honey, listen. You're not gonna. The post isn't working anymore.
Wait a
No one's
second.
picking up this mail.
Wait a second. So Emily is sisters with Kimberly Duncan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god. So
And
Emily-
also, this is the first one where Horror Nights has added any text to the picture. It
Oh, what
just
does it
says,
say?
R.I.P. Greg.
Aw.
Greg.
I was
Wow.
so emotionally attached to Greg.
I love how this went from like mysterious to them like roasting what's going on.
Pour one out for Greg.
I feel like whoever,
Can we-
whatever like 23-year-old intern is running social media right now just couldn't resist any longer, and he's like, I need to say something.
Just adds the link for what to say.
Can we please
Oh, man.
make Rip Greg like a meme? Can we go through Dick Special and just be like Rip Greg?
Catch me playing what to say in the house now.
We need to get R.I.P. Greg buttons. That'd be great for us. I feel like
Yes.
that's very
Yeah,
very
do
on
that.
brand for Mistresses of Mayhem, right?
Yeah.
Or like shirts. Can we get shirts that say like Mistresses of Mayhem? Rip in peace, Greg.
I
But
still
then
joke.
people are gonna be like, "Oh, we're so sorry for your loss, ladies."
Oh, damn it, you're right.
Oh,
Yeah.
trust me. The second you put anything with like tragedy on it, you're gonna get all the weird responses.
I think buttons we could get away with. Actually, someone should hit
Oh,
up
no.
Shelby for enamel pins that say "rest."
Yes.
Like a
I was about to
gravestone
plug
for
this.
Greg.
I was about to add this to a thing because I also have something to add to it. Shelby has restarted her Kickstarter for enamel pins. Halloween
Yes.
Scary Days.
For unrelated.
I
to
hope
anything
everyone who
else in
pledged
the
last
world.
time will give what they did before anyway, because you already did it, so no excuses.
Yeah. This is no longer a Halloween Horror Nights podcast. This is a Halloween Scary Days podcast.
That's true.
Hell yeah.
We are
Okay.
rebranding.
If I personally see anyone at the park with a Shelby enamel pin on their snack backpack or wherever they so choose to put it, you will get stuff from me. Like you
Yes.
will for sure get one of the Mistresses of Mayhem recipe cards or whatever I'm going to make.
We are big support. We have the strangest merch of anyone.
We have
Mhm.
records. I can't cook. I'm not capable of cooking.
Some
They
of them
need
will
to
be
be
talking
recipe-
recipes.
They need to be recipes that can be made on a George Foreman grill, and then
Please. I can use the George Foreman. grill.
Extra
Very
product
good.
placement. George Foreman Grills sponsor us.
shout out to George Foreman Grills for getting me and Connie through the
I
year
was
that we lived together.
Building my
College,
Squarespace
yes.
website on my Squatty Potty.
while listening to a book from Audible
And eating my Blue Apron meal.
and shaving my legs with my Dollar Shave Club razor.
And sleeping in my Casper mattress.
Bring it back to where we started with our lip sense lipstick on.
Yes,
Oh
of
my
course.
gosh,
The
pyramids
Mistresses
will
of
never
Mayhem.
die.
Next, we're gonna have like LuLaRoe leggings or whatever that is.
I thought they really
No
were
one's
getting
gonna-
sued for being a pyramid scheme. Like I think they actually are like getting sued.
Yeah, Lulu.
They all should.
Is it LuLaRoe?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What it,
Yeah,
I don't give a
LuLaRoe.
fuck. Either way,
I get
we will.
LuLaRoe mixed up with Lululemon.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we are huge supporters of Shelby, of course, and we always love to see other supporters of Shelby. Her shirts are wonderful. I'm seeing more and more places pop up with Horror Nights shirts that honestly just sort of look like cheap knockoffs of things that she has already done. And I do mean from multiple places. Just today, I saw a Vamp 85 shirt, and I'm like, this number one looks terrible, and number two, you should just go get Shelby's because it's well put together, and she makes great unique Horror Nights merch, and we appreciate her for that.
True. And also she has a lot of her original art pieces
Yes.
that are
On
mostly
sale.
HHN related up for sale right now. So if you want some like honest to God, one of a kind original pieces, go get them.
ShelbyDenimArt.storeenvy.com.
As we plug the person that's not here tonight.
It's whatever. Anyway,
Dear Shelby, we miss you. Where are you?
I'm trying to think if I have any
Sincerely,
other
Greg.
plug. I already recommended Pounded in the Butt by my own podcast. So, like, how can I top that?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'll be at Southern Nights Orlando tomorrow night doing a drag performance. Come see me and get drunk for $15, all you can drink.
Nice.
I'll be doing a drag audience cheerleader performance at Southern Nights tomorrow night. I probably won't be drinking, but maybe a little bit. But I got really crunk last night, and I still hurt.
Oh,
But come say hi. Just come up behind me and go, I know what you did. And I'll know what you did.
she'll know what that means. Don't worry. She's my
He'll forget.
cinematographer.
It's true.
I'm really digging this book called The Epic Crush of Jeannie Lowe right now. It's super awesome. And also, just if you want to smell nice and spooky, go to Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab and buy all of their stuff.
Yes.
They
Yes.
currently have a
Yes.
fundraiser for a couple of different charitable organizations going on right now that are super great. And they also let you smell like the popsicle from Only Lovers Left Alive. So
I was about to say, I want that perfume so bad.
my personal favorite is Scheherazade, but that's just me.
Good stuff.
Yeah, those are my plugs.
Okay. Oh, Darcy, why? I have a hell yeah. I guess I'm gonna plug. If you guys like murder, which you really should if you're listening to this podcast, listen to My Favorite Murder, which is a Denver podcast. It's two really funny women who talk about real life deaths and things. Listen to them; they're funny, and
Who
they
just
have a
fucking
thing at the
told
end of
Bob?
their episodes. I know they have a thing at the end of their episodes where they talk about something that they like, and they try and like make other people enjoy it, and it's called. It's like hell yeah or fuck yeah or fucking yahoo fucking yay something like that.
Yay.
So my fucking yay is One Punch Man. Go and read that manga right now. He punches things with one.
How dare you plug anime on this good podcast?
I said manga.
This is not a
read it.
friendly podcast. How dare you?
It is.
Okay.
Listen, Mango is the birthplace of anime. I don't approve of any of it.
I've never even been to Ubu Javir.
You're fired.
Connie, I just
Okay.
spent like a couple weekends ago, I was at an anime convention and you just
Yes.
like, you're giving me like repressed memories.
Oh my god.
Listen, I have a fun time.
My
sitting
ex
alone
loved
in my
One
house.
Punch Man.
I am your ex.
Shit, you're right. No wonder you like it so much.
You're right. And also there's a book called The Wrath of the Dawn, which is a remaking of the story of Scheherazade, and it's really good. Except there's a love triangle.
Damn,
in it
two
for the most part,
Scheherazade
but,
plugs. That bitch is getting some love.
she is a really good storyteller, and I do have a thing for storytellers.
There you go. Hey, we
And
just tied it
murder.
back to HHN too. Nice job.
Oh, thank God.
Hey.
If only all of our segues were so seamless.
We don't. There just seams everywhere.
I wish I had a segue.
All right. Anything
Me
else,
too.
you guys?
Hey, can you
Wow, your stunned silence is
follow
very reassuring.
follow actually me? I'm gonna stop plugging other people. Follow me at Connie Wayne at Twitter and Con on Instagram, and follow the Mistresses of Mayhem Instagram and their Twitter, which you should be doing anyways. Follow us down the street. Find us. Tell us you love us. Give us presents. Don't tell us who you are. Just leave them in our drop boxes.
Follow us at the routine. Just follow us.
Yes.
Yes,
Stan us.
please.
Stand real legends. Mistresses of Mayhem podcast members.
We don't have any fans, guys.
We have a photographer, Randy, what do you consider yourself?
Randy, what do you do? Randy, what is
An
your thing?
academic. We're gonna call her an academic. We have Connie, which is Connie, and then me, a bottom of the barrel character. So it is really an important bunch here.
And Shelby.
And
Who's
Shelby,
famous.
but she's not here right now. She's not like us. She's better.
Someone in chat just said, too late, I already stan y'all.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So sweet. I've never had anybody stand me before except my dog.
I mean, I can barely stand you.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody can stand me. My first set of parents sure couldn't.
Oh, snap. Adoption joke.
Ah,
No one laughed. I laughed.
no.